Yeah, so there was this guy, and I was very, very not okay with the way things ended. So that inspired See You Never, and I basically just wrote down like an angry ass letter, just like all of my frustrations, like everything that I kept pent up, I just wrote down like on my laptop, and like a lot of that inspired the lines for See You Never. So like, yeah, the pussy for a son thing, I actually said that to him. I like texted that to him. I was like, dude, like, you're a fucking pussy. Can I swear, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Save your explanation. I don't wanna hear.
The way See You Never was birthed. So again, it was like 2 a.m., right? In my room. I was so fucking pissed at this guy. So I wrote the letter, I laid down a beat, I wrote the song. I exported it, and I was like, I'm gonna send this to Brian for Chigga. And then I was like, yo, can you like listen to this? Tell me what you think. I just want to get your thoughts on it. And he ended up really, really liking it. So he was like, yo, like, yeah, like let me do something over it. And then he kind of produced over it. And then he, just on a whim, I think, he just like showed it to his manager. And they were like, yo, let's get this on 88.
Lay off with your handy work of candy words. You don't get to call me up.
I don't know. I don't think I've fully wrapped my head around it. Like, I don't think it's actually happening. I don't know. Like, it feels pretty surreal. I remember when it was just like an idea, and it was like me playing with keys in my room. And then now it's like a thing on 88 Rising. So, yeah, it's pretty surreal.
Why don't you go and tell that bitch I wish her best of luck. Honey, he gon' make a break for the...
I started writing probably like really, really bad songs like in the 4th grade. That was when like I realized like, oh my god, like words could rhyme, you know? So that's when I started putting words together like sky, high, tile, mile kind of thing. I was like, whoa, rhyming's so great. And then I actually started like taking it seriously in the 8th grade, where I actually started writing songs about like cute boys and just like friends and, you know, all that good stuff.
He gon' make a beeline for me, but I don't give no fucks.
So I started out doing YouTube, like doing acoustic stuff. I really liked like indie kind of sounding things. And then a friend of mine was like, yo, you should check out Kalani. I was like, all right. And then that's when I realized like why I could totally be making this kind of stuff. And then that's when I sort of like hopped onto R&B. Like because I was kind of already established on YouTube as like an indie person. I like had no expectations that this would like get to where it is today, or like that I would ever release anything anywhere near as like, I don't know, like this. So yeah.
I hope your mama proud she raised a pussy for a son.
Yes. So producing was I'd say writing is my first love, and it will forever be my first love, but producing, when was my producing awakening? Actually, it was A Wonder, definitely, because like, I used to do really acoustic indie stuff, as I mentioned, and A Wonder just sort of melded that with like a beat, and I was like, yo, that sounds sick. So then I was like, I basically never, like all my life I've never touched GarageBand other than to record my voice. And then I started like looking at all the presets, and like there's drums, like instruments already built in the program, and I would just mess around with that. So like producing's pretty new for me. I probably started like 2014. But yeah, I produce on the low. Oh, I think it's great. Like, yeah. I think the underground kind of community is like low-key kind of like sprouting, you know? Yeah, I think there's so much underground talent, like in Jakarta, that's like completely undiscovered. And like Ariel Nayaka, Ramen Girl, you know? Just all of these dope EDM producers like Sick, Kamikaze, all these people, Martial, just there's so much there's so much underground talent, and like it's insane that people, I don't know, like people, I feel like the underground should not be underground anymore, you know? It's about time they kind of rise up to the surface and be appreciated.
I'm living free, light as a feather.
I think it's new. Well, maybe it's not new, but I think it's just music trends are always changing, and it's been like EDM for the past 6 years now, and I don't know. I think hip hop's just like new hip hop, like up and coming hip hop. I think is really fresh. If you compare it to like old school hip hop, like just NWA, Ice Cube, those kind of people, Dr. Dre, like it's so like it's so different today, and it's just like you know, people are interpolating like elements of trap, and just there's like synths now, and like, you know, just all of these sounds, like digital music has revolutionized the industry.
Cruising down 11th, glance to my right, the passenger seats unoccupied.
I feel like hip hop now is so, like, it's such a gigantic umbrella genre that like you can literally amalgamate so many different genres into like, and you can call it hip hop now, you know? There's a Singaporean artist, actually, her name's Sam Rui, and she's really dope, and like I love her style because it's like she mixes indie and alternative with like R&B, and like her synths are super indie, like super like pad, like mellow, you know, soft, but then it's like this really dope ass like beat, just like a trap beat in the background. It's like just, you know, the amalgamation of genres today, I think is what makes hip hop like super in right now.
Swear I could cry. Dodge a bullet when I bid you.
So obviously, Tyler the Creator's new album is fresh with a capital F. My favorites are Boredom and I Ain't Got Time. I've also been listening to Wedding Crashers by Amine. That's a really dope song. It's just like super like bop. It's a bop. And also, like, this is totally not on brand or R&B, but like I've been listening to this song called Such a Boy by Astrid S. It's like such a dope, like, it's a pop bop, dude. Like, just the melody. I don't know, I kind of wish I wrote that song just because the lyrics in that song are just super great. And SZA is my bae, like Control, like literally from top to bottom, greatest album of 2017.
Wondering that you would leave a vixen for a snake. You begged me not to hate you, so here's what I stipulate.
I actually found out about Brian through a friend, and he showed me like, hey, do you know Chigga? Like, this was like back in April 2016. I've never heard of Brian before, and someone showed me his video, Dat Stick, online, and I was like, this was still when I was like totally in my indie phase, and I had not like garnered an appreciation for like R&B / hip hop. So like it was just so trippy to me and so weird. I was like, is he serious? Like, is this legit a thing? So I was like, I don't know if I was impressed. I was definitely caught off guard by Brian, basically. I didn't think that he was like actually a serious musician at first, right? So that was my first impression of Rich Chigga. But then, one day, I remember this memory very distinctly, actually. I was downstairs in my kitchen, fixing myself a bowl of cereal, and then I got an Instagram DM, and it was from Rich Chigga. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, anyway. And then I opened it, and he was like, yo, saw your stuff, you're talented as hell. And I like had like a total fangirl meltdown for like 10 minutes for sure. And I like played it off like super nonchalant. I was like, oh yeah, man, thanks. Like, yeah, like your stuff's really dope too. Like totally just like being like acting all like pretentiously cool about it, but inside I was like dying. And yeah, and then we just started talking, exchanged contacts, and then now we're best buds. No, don't put that in. now we're pals. We're pals. Let's just say he was very unexpectedly normal.
Guess I'll be seeing
Hey, all right. So this morning, it was a regular Monday morning. I woke up, I had breakfast, I brushed my teeth, put on my clothes, put on my makeup, got in the car, all the way from Tangerang, and we drove here. And then we decided to, like, you know, fuck Google Maps. We're just gonna make a U-turn right here. So we turn, and a truck just totally came and totaled the side of the car, and it's completely wrecked. And I have no idea why or how I'm alive right now, but I'm so grateful to be alive. And yeah, so basically that's the story of how I almost died this morning. But I'm miraculously untouched, and there's no blood, so that's great.
All you wanted was to love on me every day. Yeah.